Hi library friends, this is Miss Liam from the Huntley Area Public Library. We're back with another fun craft video. Today we're going to be painting some cherry blossom trees. So let's get into the video. For today's craft you're going to need a palette or some paper plate to put your paint on. You're going to need some paint, so I have red, white, and brown paint with me today. And those are just regular basic acrylic paints. You're going to need a paintbrush, and then I have some white construction paper. You don't want to use printing paper because it might leak through. And if you use printing paper, put some newspaper underneath it. And then if you don't want to paint the tree, you can grab some brown construction paper. So I'm going to be painting the tree, so we're going to use the brown and white. And then last of all, you're going to need a water bottle with this kind of bottom on it. So it has the 5 little flat bottoms on it. You're going to need a water bottle. This is a 20-ounce water Sprite bottle. But you can use a Coke, you can use any soda bottles. Some water bottles might have this at the bottom, so just double check it. And let's get started. So let me turn down the light and then we'll get started. So I dimmed the lights a little bit so you can see the paper clearer. So now we're going to grab our paint. We're actually going to be making pink with the red and the white. So you're going to put just a little bit, a small amount of the red. So just like a raindrop, a drop of the red. And then you're going to want to put a lot more of the white than the red. And make sure you shake up your paint bottles before you pour them out. So and then you're gonna need some brown. So I'm gonna make 2 different colors, 2 different browns. One's gonna be a dark brown, which is going to be the color of this bottle. If I can get it out. There we go. And then I have another pot of the brown, and then I'm going to add a little bit of the white in it just to make it a lighter brown. So ooh, that might have been a little bit too much white. So if you squirt too much white or too much of one color, then just squirt just a little bit more of the other color, just like that. And now you're going to grab something to stir the different colors with. So I only brought one brush with me because we're actually only going to use the brush for the brown. We're going to use the water bottle to use the pink, and you'll see why. So I'm going to stir the pink with this pen that I have. Now cherry blossom trees, well, cherry blossoms on the tree are a light pink. So it can be this color or maybe even a lighter pink. So I'm going to grab some more white. And you do want to make sure your water bottle fits inside of your little paint crevice. So I would recommend paper plate is better. Okay, put a lot more white. And then you are going to want to have space on your paper plate to dab off the extra paint that comes off of your water bottle or soda bottle or whatever bottle you're using. So now I'm going to try and wipe off the paint off of this pen. Hopefully it doesn't fall over. Now I'm going to grab my brush that I'm going to use with the brown and mix that in. Now that is the perfect color that I wanted. You just want a lighter brown than the brown that you have. So I'm gonna wipe off all the excess first because we are gonna be using the brush for the dark brown first. But it doesn't matter that there's a little bit of the light brown on it because it'll give it that definition that I want. Now, what you can do is you can grab a pencil and trace out your tree, or you can just freehand it like what I'm gonna be doing. So I'm just grabbing the brown. It's probably smart to put some newspaper underneath it because we're gonna be going on the edge of the paper. So I'm gonna be using the extra sheet of white paper that I have and the extra sheet of brown paper for the top part so that we don't get paint everywhere, right? So just going to use up and down brush strokes, and it doesn't have to be perfect. And you're gonna wanna paint a trunk of the tree over here. So I'm gonna paint it like this. Just like that. Simple. And then you're gonna create, I'm gonna get some more brown and dab it on the extra sheet. And then I'm just gonna create a really thin branch. Now you might wanna get a brush that's not as old as my brush, so it doesn't give you that little wispies, but it's okay. Then I'm gonna maybe put some branches coming off of that one. And now you can just paint it however you want. It's really up to you. And then paint another branch up here. All right. Now we're gonna dip it into that light brown, dab it off. You wanna dab all that extra off until you get a mixture of the light brown and the dark brown, kind of like that, so there's streaks of the dark brown. And you're gonna wanna paint up, grab some of that dark brown, grab some of that dark brown that you tapped off earlier. I don't know if you can see it, hopefully. And you're just gonna keep messing with it until you get the color that you like. Yeah, that's pretty good to me. I'm gonna fix this branch up here. All right. Now we're gonna grab our water bottle. So now we're gonna scoot this over just a little bit. And I'm gonna put this other brown over here, just in case we go off of the paper. Now you're gonna grab your water bottle and dip it into that pink. And remember I told you to leave an empty space, so I left one right here. I'm gonna dab my extra off, and then you're just gonna dab the water bottle onto your paper. And then you want to make sure you have a couple cherry blossoms by itself. If you have to go over some of them, go right ahead. But that's all you're gonna do. You're gonna keep repeating it until you get the amount of petals and trees that you like. And this is a really simple way of painting on leaves onto any tree. But I'm just calling this a cherry blossom tree because of the color of the petals. Just like that. You can paint some leaves falling off of it. And then you're gonna let your painting dry. Once you're done, and that's and if you want, you can go in with one side to fill in those tiny little gaps that you might not be able to fill in. And that's it. You got a pretty cool cherry blossom tree, or any kind of tree, out of a simple and easy craft. All you needed was some paint, paper, one brush, and a water bottle with the little design at the bottom. And then I'm gonna paint a little hole on the tree, because every tree has got a hole on it, right? For our animal friends. And we are all done. Make sure if you try this at home to share with the library, and we will post it on our story. Thanks for watching. Make sure you log on to huntleylibrary.org for all your digital content you have access to with your library card. And don't forget to check out our YouTube channel for more fun crafts and story times. And we'll see you in the next one. Bye.